I explained earlier, that post was in January 7, 2020. I was a private citizen before. It wasn't in my official capacity, and it was the day when the American military bases in Iraq were attacked by Iran. I was angry that we did not respond to the Iranian regime. And so in a moment of anger, I recalled and complimented Saddam Hussein for keeping the Iranian regime in check. And I said earlier that probably that's, in his career, that would be the only positive thing he did, and the only thing I would agree with. That, no doubt he was a dictator. No doubt the invasion of Kuwait was a crime, was a violation of the international law. And for those who are offended by that, and those who suffered from Saddam or lost loved ones, I apologize. I'm not very adamant about describing him like that. But like I said, it was a moment of anger. I know he did a lot of atrocities to his people.
Good. Let me move on to my second question. As a mayor, you repeatedly targeted American ally Israel through your support of boycott, divest, and sanctions movement against Israel, and you called for Israelis to, quote, leave the land, unquote, thereby supporting the end of the state of Israel. So my question to you, given the role you are being nominated for, do you accept President Trump's view that Israel is and should be the national home of the Jewish people?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. Let me make it clear that the BDS movement resolution was drafted by a Jewish attorney who is part of the...
This question is, do you agree or do you disagree with President Trump's view that Israel is and should be the national home of the Jewish people? Just a yes or no.
Well, thank you, Senator. That, I think at this point we have a peace plan that everybody in the region agreed on.
There's no yes or no. You didn't. Do you agree with the President's position or not?
I think everybody, we can coexist in the region, and that's the answer, that everybody has the right to exist now.
Well, no, that's not the President's position. Do you agree with the President's
I trust the President's policies, and I will support his policies.
Okay, let me move to my third question. Yeah. And I want you to take a minute and really try to explain this to me. In 2025, so this is this year, you liked a Facebook comment referring to Jews as, quote, monkeys, unquote, who levy taxes on the, quote, the air we breathe, unquote. Now, I heard you say before that you have this habit that you acknowledge all of the posts, but I don't totally understand that. So could you please provide an explanation for the rationale of liking this comment, and do you agree with that comment?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. First of all, let's correct the misinformation. It's very disturbing. That comment was when I was a private citizen about 6 or 7 years ago. It wasn't this year. It was under a post that I posted as a private citizen, and part of my bad habits of acknowledging reading those posts. But in the responses, I told the guy, you cannot say this in the United States of America. You can say, the media did not translate that response. So it wasn't to 2025. That's misinformation. And just by making assumptions and judging my intentions based on social media posts in the past, I would recommend that you look at the facts and judge my actions.
I'm asking for the facts. So would you like to clarify, do you agree with that statement?
No, definitely, I totally disagree.
And how would you respond to the fact that you liked it in the moment? What is your response to that specific comment now?
At that moment, I responded that this is not appropriate to say this, but in my official capacity, I responded in 2021-22, in the second month of assuming the mayor office, by passing a resolution to condemn anti-Semitism, and that was complemented by the Jewish community. That's how I perform in my official capacity, and I represent everyone. And at the end, I'm a Semite. The Arabs are Semite. Do we read history? How can we be anti-Semite? And I think, like I said, judge my actions and not my intentions, because we have to lay down the facts. You know, Senator Shaheen earlier said that I hired someone after he said, no, that guy has been serving in the city for the past...
Thank you. I'm out of time. Thank you.
Thank you.